live. Hear ye. His Royal Majesty welcomes you to his royal balls. He enjoys his royal balls and believes you will too. For those already participating and enjoying his balls, please continue until he tells you otherwise. We will now admit his honored guests. Announcing Lord Weathervane of House Gantry, official order of Porcupine, and his female companion. Announcing Lord Rodderbridge of House Monroe, royal sequestered bastard son of the king, and his female companion. Announcing Lord Jeff and Lord Dan of House Pennsylvania, Lord Protectors of the Americas, and official nose pickers for the king and their entourage of orgy-seeking females who, oh my.
Broadcasting live from high atop Stonehead Peak in the Blue Mountain Range, overlooking gorgeous downtown Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, it's the Jeff and Dan Show.
Piece of shit.
It's Wednesday, it's 7 o'clock, it's time for the Jeff and Dan Show. Somebody better go back there and check on him. But good evening and welcome to the Jeff and Dan Show Late Night Steakhouse. It's Jeff and Dan Tableside by Candlelight. I'm Dan and I will be your server tonight. And can I start you off with a drink? Of course I can. Let me suggest the favorites of tonight of the Jeff and Dan Show. Favorite number one from the makers of Coca-Cola and other fine beverages is Jeff's favorite Green Monster. Favorite number two is what we affectionately call a Poke. It's a combination of the favorites of both Jeff and Dan, Pepsi and Coke, therefore, the Poke. Favorite number three is by Dan, the official coffee drinker of the Jeff and Dan Show. Somebody better go back there and just make sure everything's okay there in that kitchen. Yeah, go back and check. Thank you. Where was it? Oh, yes. The official coffee drinker of the show is me, of course, and I prefer a light roasted black coffee. And if you prefer your coffee any other kind of way, I can tell you really don't appreciate the flavor of coffee, so I suggest you just have water. But hey, how about a delicious appetizer to get them tummy juices flowing? May I recommend the appetizing platitizing platter, which contains wingdings, onion rings, cheese sticks, cheeseburger ciders, and our very own wife dip. I mean crab dip. Crab dip. Sorry. Never mind. Skip the dip. I got that joke on credit. I'm going to pay for it later. After the appetizers, the main course will be featured. And may I direct your attention to the insides of your menu, and you will find our delicious specials. The Jeff and Dan special number one is the perfectly done steak trio. That's 1 4-ounce sirloin, 1 6-ounce New York strip, and 1 6-ounce filet mignon. That does sound heavenly. All grilled to your exact specifications. That's 1 pound of pure steak heaven on a plate right there. And that is served with soup or salad and 2 fresh vegetables, club rolls, and butter. Or maybe our other special is more your speed. You could try the 8-ounce chicken breast smothered with brown sugared fried onions and covered in a savory rich chicken gravy. And paired with a half rack of ribs, smoked and then roasted all day. Yeah, they look good. They are served with soup and salad, 2 fresh country vegetables, and bottomless club rolls and butter. All this and more at the Jeff and Dan All Night Steakhouse. And remember, we'll both melt when we put our meat in your mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, here for your culinary delight, the pleaser of palates, please put your hands together for a nice warm welcome for our chef and baker. It's Chef Jeff. Good evening, Chef Jeff. How does that menu sound tonight?
I think it sounds pretty good.
Hey, that's it. Rocco, everybody. Did you get a chinchilla?
Yeah, that was it. No, but definitely good opening, my friend. Good opening.
Yeah, we're doing dinner, and Jeff and Dan by tableside, by candlelight. And up on the big screen, we have the Carbonated Beverage National Championship, and that's shown on the ESPN CO2. And the score after the end of 3, it's Pepsi 1, Coke 0.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, Pepsi 1. Poke. It's better than Copesy. Yeah, joke. What are you going to do?
Coaxy just sounds like an ugly girl's name.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
She had to coaxy your ass to come home with her. That's basically what it is. Yeah.
Please, I'll give you money.
I'll do all your schoolwork for you. Oh, will you? Yeah, all right. Come on home. So, all right. So, yeah, very good, sir. Very good. Welcome to the show.
Yes.
We have a lot of jam packing to do tonight.
Yeah, we have a jam packing.
Lots and lots of fun. So, talk about a couple of things at the top of the show. We have a couple of new commercials to play. You have some really great stuff to go over. We're going to be going over the unexplainable stuff once again. Hopefully the top 10 most important things in your life, if we get a chance to do that. And then also you have a game for us.
We have a game.
A thematic game. I love thematic games.
Thematic.
It's
thematic.
It's hydromatic.
It's grease lightning.
It's greased anus. Hey, Beavis, check this out.
Corn.
Yeah, that's us.
Rock and roll.
Mike judged my ass. It was us. Anyway, so what else we got? What do you have at the top of the hour that you'd like to speak about?
Well, we got the Jeff and Dan explain the unexplained.
Okay.
It's our public service. It was we're going to try to see if we can't get this passed off instead of actually doing 40 hours community service like we were supposed to.
Yeah, that might work.
So we're doing like these public service announcements.
Yes, PSAs. They're always fun, man.
Yeah.
PSAs.
Weed, because fuck alcohol.
That's right. The more you know.
We just I don't know if we want to actually go into the courtroom with that specific
maybe
public
not that
service
one.
announcement.
Yeah, maybe not that one.
But tonight we're going to finish up with last week we started into disappearances, and tonight we're going to finish up with disappearances, and then we're out of here.
Yeah, that bitch screamed. She screamed really long. That was just crazy.
Quiet! Somebody's going to hear us.
Stuff them deeper into the basement. Get in there. Okay, anyway, let's do that. Let's talk about the unexplained.
Unfortunately, I did not get any listener email, and I was a little bit disappointed because I did expect, I think the one person that's been emailing me is the exact same person, just changing their name.
Well, that could be.
But anyways, I didn't hear from her or him this week. Or it.
Well, that sucks.
So I'm just going to have to finish up disappearances. In conclusion, Jeff and Dan explain the unexplained disappearances of people would be that it is not supernatural at all, but normal, and these kinds of things would and do happen in an imperfect world.
Yeah.
And the facts about disappearances, I remember last week we discussed it. 50% of disappearances are people from the ages of 13 to 17.
Yes.
And the more facts, people do get lost. Okay?
Yeah.
They do just go out for a jog and they do get lost and something happens, whatever. And some people want to disappear.
Yes.
That's also a fact. They just want to.
Yes, we had a case of a girl in Hanover not that long ago. She was like 16 or 17 years old. She disappeared off the face of the earth.
Is that right?
Yeah, she left. Her phone was in her room and everything. She just disappeared, and nobody knew where she went. They were all freaked out. Went on for about 2 weeks, and then they found out she was in New York with some dude. Yeah, and she didn't want to be found, but then she was I guess she ran out of money or something. It's just I'm going to come home now. Of course you do, bitch. Now the fucking FBI's been looking for you. Yeah, so.
Well, at least she came home. Hopefully she learns a good lesson.
Yeah, yeah.
I've wanted to do a lot of things in my life, but disappear is not one of them.
Yeah, I have, but not the way most people would.
Yeah.
I want to disappear in a way that people think, oh, he disappeared. Oh, okay, he went onto this island that he owns or whatever.
Or he moved to...
Yeah, Ohio.
He moved to, yeah.
Fucking middle of bumfuck Ohio. Sorry, Ohioans. Anyway.
Some people disappear. They're kidnapped for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
A whole host of... From extortion to sexual stuff to murder to mob, all kinds of... And some people disappear because they're a victim of sexual deviancy. I did just say that.
Yeah.
I think that's a good chunk of the children and the
teenagers.
13 to 17.
Yeah, teenagers. And the weird part about that is usually if that's the thing, they're either a slave or they're dead.
Yeah.
Once the person gets done with them, they're either just a slave to their life or they're dead, which is unfortunate. I mean, it's not that I'm saying, hey, when you go out and rape some little kid, fucking return them. Put that shit back on the shelf when you're done. You know? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying don't do that at all. But, if you have an option, if your brain is still functioning at a higher power, then yeah, you should definitely consider just keeping the kid alive because, man, that's a worse consequence there, and that's capital murder.
Yeah.
At that point, so
yeah. And right there, you said it too. Some people are just murdered, and their bodies are well hidden.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Usually though those surface, but there are those chunk that never surface again.
Right.
Natalie Holloway is one of them. I'm sure. I don't know if that Vandersloot or whatever his name was.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was him, but I'm pretty sure she was killed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was too. And it's like, it is an island. We discussed it last week where we said it's an island. It should be small enough that, couldn't get away with something like that. But, I think there's definitely a possibility she's still on that island. A really big possibility. And I don't think it's one of those things where she just wanted to disappear. I think she's definitely dead.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But the other thing we were talking about last week too was the fact that with her and the adult movie that I said I saw, and I tried to do some research on that, and I could not find it. Well, I found another one, and I watched it 6 or 7 times throughout the week.
Daily.
And I start thinking about it, and I have to go back and watch it again. No, I'm just kidding. She definitely was. It's a harrowing thing for that to happen, and I mean, it's not anything to really laugh about. But if you had to be in like her parents' shoes, and I have, and there's that feeling of absolute hopelessness. Yeah. Like there is nothing you're going to be able to do to make a difference, and
go out and kill a heroin dealer. You'll feel better.
Get that crack whore and smack her in the face a couple times. You're going to feel much better.
No, the heroin dealer.
Oh, the heroin dealer.
No one's going to convict you if you go kill a heroin dealer in your hour of rage.
Yeah, that's true.
Of,
the purge.
Yeah.
That's what they should
heroin dealer. My God, the motherfucker did us a job, Helen.
Yeah, exactly. We're so much better off now. We don't have to worry about them pushing that shit out there. This guy's an H pusher.
Boy.
Yeah.
But finally, to wrap up the disappearances, again, not to sound so cold or anything, but it is not supernatural, but normal, quote unquote normal, and these things do happen in an imperfect world. Yep. But one strange side note, one odd disappearance where they actually disappeared twice. Jeff, you may have heard about this. I don't know if you have or not.
Okay.
But in 1964, a Hawaii tour company, the Hawaiian Islands tour company, rented boats and boat crew. A group left the Hawaiian island with 5 passengers and 2 crew, and they were supposedly going out just for an afternoon or around the island. Yeah,
a couple of hours, maybe 3 hours or so.
And the weather had turned rough that afternoon.
Yeah.
And this tiny ship was tossed.
Oh, yeah.
If it wasn't for the courage of the fearless crew...
Yeah, they probably would have been lost.
The Minnow certainly would have been lost.
Yes, the SS Minnow. That's right. I forgot about that.
So, there you have it, folks. But if you're keeping score at home, UFOs we explained as very super, super rare... that may possibly be extraterrestrial, but they are so super, super rare that we just can't really say much about that all yet.
It's a bust.
But yeah. And other scorekeepers, the Bigfoot series has concluded and we explained to you in vivid graphic detail, Bigfoot just doesn't exist.
Right.
And so therefore, we're going to wrap things up on a scoreboard disappearances or easily explained as they're normal. They happen, they are not supernatural, whatever. Yeah, I'm rambling. Thank you very much. I'm going home now. Next week, oh, that's right. We still have to finish what we're going to start out for this week.
Yeah.
Which, do we have time?
I think we do, yeah.
We have time?
Yes.
Okay, let's start it.
Okay.
The next topic for the Jeff and Dan Explain the Unexplained is a really good one and near and dear to my heart. Ghosts.
Woo.
Now, whenever I'm going somewhere with this, but I may not get there till next week, so I have to start off with the question.
Okay.
Whenever you start talking about the subject of ghosts, what is the very first thing out of most people's mouths?
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
Only once in a while.
Probably.
The first thing they say is, do you believe in ghosts?
Right. Yeah.
So, it's a belief.
Yes.
It is not an explanation of
Not
the
a fact.
unexplained.
Yeah.
It's a belief.
Right.
So tune in next week. But it really, now I'm going to really shortcut to a lot of things, man, but it really, first of all, comes down to a religious belief or not.
Right.
Do you believe that what we have unexplained as ghosts, do you believe they exist as souls? Which means life continues on, which means you must believe in a higher power? Or do you not believe they are souls?
Huh.
Now, question.
Okay.
Do you believe in ghosts?
I do not.
You do not.
No.
So
I believe in energy, but I don't believe in ghosts.
That's my personal explanation for a lot of ghosts. I can't say all of them, but I think a lot of them is somehow energy is weird and distorted and saved and replayed somehow.
Yeah.
And I can't explain it because I'm not an engineerist.
Yeah.
But I think that's what happened. You know, I used to work at this camp.
Yeah.
And it was a very old building. And it had these cinder block walls with paint on them. And in the background, you couldn't quite notice it, but in the background, you could always hear kids laughing or playing or noise, white noise. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, noise.
White
yeah,
noise.
Yeah.
Until you stop to listen for it.
Yeah.
And then, there's always like an occasional boom or a bang or a thud or a bump.
Yeah.
And you'd stop and listen for it. Nothing.
Yeah.
My feelings, my thoughts are somehow these cinder block walls absorbed energy or sound or both, and under certain conditions, cooling of the day, replayed them.
Right.
Released them.
That could be.
Do you believe that's possible?
And that's possible, yeah. Yeah. Always.
Yeah. So, what's the closest thing you have ever seen to what would be thought of as a ghost? I got one. You were there. I know right now.
What's that?
The time you went to Gettysburg with an old girlfriend.
Yeah.
And you took a really nice camera that refused to work for your ass.
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that,
I was there.
And then you were my girlfriend. Yeah, no, I think I've had a couple things happen with it that were kind of weird, but I guess they're coincidentally weird. But I went to Radio Shack one day, and I don't know if you remember, Radio Shack used to have this battery program where anytime you purchased something at Radio Shack, they would punch holes in this card and you would get free batteries.
A frequent buyer program.
Basically, yeah. And I used to buy shit from them all the time, so I used to get a bunch of free batteries. Well, I went in the one day and I got 2 9-volt batteries because that's what I needed to use to launch a model rocket. They were brand new, packaged up, everything. I took them. I went
brand?
out. No, Realistic, which is the Radio Shack brand name for the most part. Never ever had problems with their batteries, not once. 9 volts are a little weird because they can discharge because the both of the connections are on the same side, so you can like lay it across metal or something, and if you do, it'll discharge or blow the fucking battery up and kill you. But yeah, I took it out to with an ex of mine. We took it out to a field in Gettysburg, and went to go fire off this model rocket, which was pretty wild because I had this model rocket inside of a tube, and I was going to use it to like a bazooka just to see if it would work. And I went to put the batteries in, and nothing. They were completely dead. I mean, they were like dead, like, holy fuck, these are dead. You know, that kind of dead. And and I couldn't explain it. I've had weird things happen to me when I've gone out to Gettysburg.
Did you have a camera problem that same day?
No, it wasn't that same day. That was a different time.
What other problems did you have when you went to Gettysburg?
I had a problem where a car wouldn't start after we stopped and got out and went to up to Devil's Den.
Is that right?
Yeah, car died, wouldn't fucking go anywhere. Battery's completely dead. See, I have a lot of weird shit with batteries there.
Well, it's energy, dude.
Yeah,
it's
energy. It might be consuming energy. I have no idea. Honestly couldn't be, Gettysburg has been my most supernatural experiences. And even then, they're just unexplainable. Some of them are, I don't think they're necessarily ghosts, but they could be energy or spirit.
If you could explain Gettysburg for your shot at $1 million cosmic dollars, what would you say it is?
I'd say it's probably a place that either draws or expounds a lot of energy.
Because of
dead souls. So many people died one day, or 2 days, I guess.
One day, or so malicious.
Yeah.
So
violently.
Yeah.
So a lot of them probably weren't ready to go, which always brings back that thing. And I mean, this is going to segue a little bit. I don't want to go too far with it though, but it always brings back that thing that makes me think, man, I have the greatest respect for the armed forces. I have great respect for the people that are in the armed forces. But when you actually sit down and think about what we're doing, it really boggles the mind as to why we actually do that. Like, we're sending guys out just to get killed. That's exactly what wartime is. That's exactly what all those things are. It's specifically for them to go out and try and conquer the enemy, but shamelessly waste their own lives.
You could resound that another way. You can reconfigure those words and look at that a different way.
Oh yeah. But I mean, if you think about the very, very basic nature of it, it is. Think about it like this. Imagine you have children, and you're sending your child off to the military, and they're going in. Now, if you were a military person yourself, you might have an understanding or a feeling that this is patriotic. This is what I'm here for. I'm here to take care of my country and blah blah blah. But if you're not, then it's kind of like, I just sent my kid off to die. You know what I mean? At the most basic values of that. We can talk about that some other time. It's definitely a show kind of topic, to have about that. We should continue on with the... Hey. Oh.
Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Sorry.
No worries.
Sorry. If I had a kid that was going to the Army, I think maybe I would say something, keep your head low, son. Smoke as much weed as you can when you're over there.
There you go.
Okay, thank you very much.
Tell him to get high. Me, I just be like,
Tell Victor that Ramon, the fella he met about a week ago, tell him that Ramon went to the clinic today, and I find out that I have herpes simplex 10.
10
and
already.
I think Victor should go check himself out with his physician to make sure everything is fine before things start falling off on the man.
I'm sorry, man. Fucking Eddie Murphy in his prime was one of the funniest people on the earth.
Oh,
I wish he would have just kept going, but
he was. And just to go there real quick. For some reason, I've always had in back of my mind proclaimed who is the funniest man in the world.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy had it for a little while.
Yeah.
And then Jim Carrey had it for a little while.
Yeah. Yeah.
And shortly after that, what's that other fella's name? McFart.
Oh, Seth MacFarlane.
Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
He's had it for like 15 years now.
Yeah.
Just like I did. Wow, he's like the Tom Brady of comedy.
Yeah.
He just keeps going and going and going.
Deflating his balls all the way. No balls were deflated this weekend when the Patriots won their shit. Fucking Patriots, man. Patriots and the Eagles going to the Super Bowl. Okay, let's get back to Unexplained, because I definitely want to get that one through.
I tell you what, let's just wrap that part up for the week.
We're going to wrap it up like newspaper.
We will totally explain to you next week ghosts. So just be here. You're going to learn something. Let me hit you with some. Let me hit you with some knowledge.
If I'm not back in 5 minutes, just wait longer.
Okay. Speaking of Jim Carrey. All right, go ahead. What do you got?
Oh, you want me to do another thing now?
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you want to play a game or do you want to go?
Do some making of love. Oh, wait a minute. That's not what I'm talking about. Actually, you know what? We're kind of close to being able to do some commercials.
Oh, okay. Why don't you take a commercial break?
We do have a couple of commercials that we can play
Okay.
for the fans tonight. Oh, there it is. Okay. I was just making sure. Okay. Let's do. Okay, we'll do.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
What would I do? Oh man, I would totally run backwards as fast as I could.
Is that all?
No, naked.
Is that it?
Into a doorknob.
That's better. Get going.
What? Seriously?
Yeah.
But I thought this was just for the commercial.
Nope.
For that chocolate-coated ice cream loaded big and thick, no room for stick. What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Ass backwards, he done dropped it right in there, man. Okay, let's do some other ones here.
Hey, Jeff and Dan fans, this is Jacob.
And I'm Tyson.
And we're with the Jive Turkeys podcast. Have you ever wanted to hang out with your friends? Yep, damn it.
But, like, get drunk?
Have you ever wanted the feeling of hanging out with your drunk friends but not have to worry about taking them home and cleaning their vomit out of the backseat of your car?
Or how about wanting to experience the thrill of taking a dump in a public swimming pool?
Well, maybe the Jive Turkeys podcast is just for you. Check us out on iTunes, the podcasting app on iOS, Stitcher, Google Play, and CastBox.
We're the Jive Turkeys on Facebook.
God damn it, no. You sound like a fucking waterhead.
Also, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Jive Turkeys.
Later, fuckers.
You can't see it, but I'm flipping you off.
And now back to the Jeff and Dan show. Take it away, guys.
He don't like that shit. Okay, here we go. This is a new one.
If you take an opioid for chronic pain that you're experiencing, you may feel extremely constipated, belly pain like a knot. Others can go, but you can't. Struggling to find an answer to relief? You may have OIC. Ask your doctor about the all-new Taco Bell Relief. We've harvested the active ingredient in Taco Bell food to help you go when you need to. It works by accelerating bowel movements to an uncontrolled level, allowing you free time to do things like read, watch a movie on your phone, or text with loved ones, all while you sit on your porcelain throne. New TBR. It helps you go quickly.
Yes, that is brand new Taco Bell medicine, man. That brand new taco. Let's go with this one.
The Jeff and Dan Show is brought to you by Gay Franks.
Is your hot dog happy?
Then our buddies. Let's do this one here.
Yo, check. Are you a lonely fat fuck with no life plan, sat playing alone with your joystick again? What the bloody hell are you waiting for? Join Coaching for Geeks. We've got a podcast, we've got coaches, we've got courses, we've got a community. Coachingforgeeks.com.
That's coachingforgeeks.com.
Say, would you like a hot tip? And I'm not talking about a penis here. Listen to Jeff's tips and junk and stuff and whatever. That's right here on Spreaker. You can also find it on YouTube, but mostly here on Spreaker. And pretty soon you'll be able to find it on jeffanddan.com. So give it a listen. Check it out. Interesting stuff. Almost everything is under a minute. So, yeah.
And last but not least,
You may have OIC. Ask your doctor about the all-new Taco Bell Relief.
Don't let this distract you from the fact that if you or a loved one have been diagnosed with OIC and have taken the prescription brand Taco Bell Relief, you may be entitled to financial compensation. I am a non-attorney spokesperson for the law offices of Fuker and Lever. If your life has been affected by Taco Bell Relief, you have rights. A right to counsel, a right to a trial by peers, a right to pay your attorney 59% of your winnings, a right to financial compensation, but only if you act now. Side effects may include a new Lamborghini, a new mansion, a crisp $5 bill, or any one of the fabulous prizes just waiting to be won on Wheel. Call the law offices of Fuker and Lever.
damn, that was quick for that medication. Came out 1 minute, the next minute it's fucking, they're suing for it. How nice.
Dude, you know how animals like wolves, they just learn to go where the food is. They're waiting right at the pipe.
Yeah.
Right at the pipeline at the...
You don't want the pipeline at the end of these Taco Bell medications.
Oh, they are wolves.
Gets it kind of gnarly. Yeah, there's some shit-covered wolves. They've been blown backwards.
You're a wolf in shit-covered clothing.
Yummy. All right, so Let's go ahead and do the game, man.
You want to play a game?
Let's get gay. I mean, game.
Are you gay? Are you game?
I am game.
Do you have any games music?
I have games music.
Any
Let's
kind, like a 5 snippet. Like a 5 snippet.
See, a 5 snippet
to help me.
Okay,
to
give
help
me a
me
second
relax
here.
a
We'll
little
do some. We'll do this. That's right. It's time for the game show. Suck my balls. Anyway, the game
and now,
show.
introducing the Jeff and Dan original classic. It's Name That Theme.
Name that theme.
With your host, me,
Dan. All right.
Damn, I'm Dan.
Damn.
Okay, the game is pretty simple. I play a song. You tell me the name of the song.
Okay.
The name of the artist. And at the end of the game, you determine what theme I have used to tie all of these songs in together.
Okay.
Now, it's a little bit tough tonight. I will tell you that. It's a little bit tough.
Okay.
Songs are easy.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Okay. Now, the ads that may happen in the beginning, I'm not responsible for.
Okay.
I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. I shot the sheriff.
It is a remake of a Bob Marley song by Eric Clapton.
Very good, sir.
I
Very
shot
good,
the
sir.
sheriff. Yes.
All around in my hometown,
All around in my hometown.
trying to track me down.
They're trying to
Yeah,
track me down.
Very good, sir. Very good.
That's all right.
Okay. Now, that was I Shot the Sheriff by Eric Clapton.
Yes.
And it was a remake, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll be Bob Marley too.
Let's replay that from the beginning.
Yes. Owner of a lonely heart. 90210. No, wait a minute. 90125. That's what it is. Yeah.
Do you know what that zip code is?
Yes.
What
No.
is it?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Actually.
I don't know if it actually exists or not.
Yeah.
You always live your life.
I do know that I have
Thinking of the future.
farted in this building. The Taco Bell's working already.
Okay.
I am looking. Let's find out zip code.
90125.
90125, yes. Is, no, that's not it. Damn.
It may not exist.
No, it does, but.
Does it? Los Angeles.
Yes, Los Angeles.
Yeah. 90.
It's not a good U.S. zip code. However, if it was, it would be Los Angeles, CA.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Check out this one. Here's your next song.
Okay. Ooh, Hot for Teacher, Van Halen.
That is correct, sir. Yes. Oh, I thought it was Van Halen. No.
It's I'll Never Leave You Again by Air Supply.
All out of love.
You're gonna cry about this song by Air Supply. You're gonna stop breathing by Air Supply. Yeah. Oh, I love this tune, man. This is some of the best shit right here.
This is one of my favorites too.
This was before supposedly he became a dick, Eddie Van Halen.
You know,
he's a
I
little
hear it
dickish.
both ways. He became a real dick, and I heard others say, no, that's okay. He's all right. No, but whatever. He did make a claim that the only music he listens to is his.
Yeah.
I find that a bit of a stretch, but you know what? I'm not calling the man a liar.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah. There's a lot of stuff, and then like his son took over for Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony left and went fucking pissed off and went and started playing with Sammy Hagar now. It's like, okay, man, all right, do what you got to do.
Well, I did like Sammy Hagar, and I did like Van Halen, but I liked Van Halen better with David Lee Roth.
Yeah,
it was just that
spiritual.
Much. Yeah,
it's like spirited, I guess. Yeah, all right. What else we got?
Okay, here's your next song.
Next song.
Name the ad. Any guess?
It is.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're looking for the Cranberries.
the Cranberries.
That is My Life by Billy Joel.
My Life, that's it. Yeah.
My Life by Billy Joel.
Couldn't remember what it was called.
Okay. Now, you might know. I know you'll know the song. I don't know if you'll know the name of the actual song just because. Listen.
It is what it is. Led Zeppelin.
It is Led Zeppelin.
Black Dog?
That is Black Dog.
Been a long time since I sniffed pussy hole.
Here, just smell my finger.
Come close, sniff my upper lip.
Okay, you got that one right.
Okay.
You pervert.
I know, right?
Okay, now, here's your next clue.
All right.
It was very hard to find this one. Oh, Judgment Day.
Yeah, Judgment Day.
Oh, I thought he said, when I woke up this morning, I thought it was Jeff and Dan.
All right, yes.
That's what I honestly thought.
That's what it is, man. Damn.
All these years.
Harry's like dead and shit, and we can't even ask him. Ooh, we can go back to him as a ghost.
Use your Force Ghost.
That's right.
Okay, here's your last clue.
Okay, last
I'm not
clue.
even sure if you're going to get this, dude.
Okay.
But you just have a listen.
All right.
I can only take so much of that too. That was Beyonce, and the name of the song is "Love on Top."
Love on Top.
Yeah, "Love on Top."
I think you might have forgotten one that you needed to add to this. Let me see if I can figure this out.
Oh yeah, that works really good.
Hello from the outside.
Everybody does that shit too, dude. When
Actually know this song?
Yeah, I know that song.
You're singing it over there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's from Adele.
Well, see, yeah, but I mean, it's huge. You know what I mean? Like, it was epic when it came out on her album 25.
Okay. All right. Okay.
On her album 25.
Okay.
Every single song you had me listen to was something off a numbered album or song.
You were fucking Googling this shit.
No,
the
I
whole
wasn't.
time. Yes,
I was
you
not
were.
because
There's
I thought,
no way in hell.
yes, 90210 or
No,
90210, 90125. And then Van Halen's is off 1984. The only one I didn't know was Billy Joel.
52nd Street.
That's what it is. There's numbers in each one, yeah. So
Did you know Eric Clapton's?
No.
461 Ocean Boulevard.
Okay.
Led Zeppelin was Led Zeppelin
4. Yeah.
Prince was 1999.
9, right.
And how you could have been wrong because Beyonce, her name of her album was
Lemonade. I don't know. Wasn't it called Lemonade, or which album was it?
4.
Oh, 4.
It's called 4. Her and Led Zeppelin had the album named 4 together. So you are right. They were all numbered albums.
Yeah.
Congratulations. When did you finally get it?
As soon as we did the Van Halen one.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. As soon as I started, I was like, Van Halen. Okay, this one's 1994. We just did 902 or 90125. I was like, maybe it's numbers. But then you threw me with the Prince one because that's from Purple Rain.
No, that's from 1999.
Is it?
Well, that's what Wiki said. You calling Wiki a liar?
I'm calling Wiki a liar. Let me check. I could swear it's from well, it wouldn't matter anyway. He's got a song. He's got an album called 3121.
Oh, that's where I got it from.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when he died, there was a whole library of shit.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to hear it, dude, but I don't know if when we're ever going to hear a fucking note.
Yeah, you're right. There is an album called 1999. That's fucked up. I thought it was on Purple Rain, but apparently it's not.
Well, might be close, something related anyways.
Yeah.
But thanks for playing. Thank you very much for playing. I hope I fooled all you audience members.
That was fun.
All 3 of yous.
That was fun.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I had an enjoyable time trying to figure that out, and hopefully everybody got a chance to figure it out on their own. If not, well, got to play the game.
Yeah, you
got to play the game to win. So anyway, sir,
what do you got?
I have herpes.
Simplex hands.
Right. I have the fucking herpes. What are you gonna do, man? Not what are you...
Jeff's got herpes. Sorry, Jeff.
Yeah, see, he told me. He said,
You fraud! You fraud! TikTok, motherfuckers.
Who is that?
John Oliver.
Okay.
He's classic, dude. Fucking classic.
Is he the Man Down Under guy?
I think he's from England. The guy you're thinking of is Jim Jeffries.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from England, and yeah, he's fucking hilarious. We have a whole thing devoted to him, pretty much. It's in Raunchy. If you go to in the fart machine, go to Raunchy. It's all in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's thong o'clock, everybody.
Thong o'clock.
Yeah.
He was at that point completely fucked.
So yeah, there's all kinds of nice shit in here.
There is actually no law against dogs committing murder, and that's a fact that I learned in Air Bud 9, Fuck the Police.
Police. Fuck the police.
What you sipping on over there?
That would be Monster Energy. In the green can.
Mm-hmm.
In the green can. So anyway, man, surprisingly fucking weird shit happened all week this week, man.
What happened?
I lived. It was so strange. I woke up and then I lived. Yesterday was a clusterfuck. I got up a little too early, thinking that I had not gotten my one son up to go to school, and then I realized, oh shit, not my day to do it. And my daughter's the one that's supposed to take him. But I was like, oh, they left, they're good. So I went back to sleep. Woke up at 10 o'clock in the morning to get ready to go to school. I had gotten up at 9:15 and snoozed my alarm, and then apparently after I snoozed it, I turned it off and had gotten up. And then I woke up again at 10 o'clock. And I'm like, shit, man. I'm running late for school. This really, really sucks.
You have a lot of shit to do in the morning.
There's a lot of stuff. Well, not really in the morning so much.
It's through the day.
Yeah, it's through the day. You can't really pile a bunch of shit on me in the morning. I'm like one of those people that are like, man, I haven't had my fucking coffee yet. Because then it's like, I'm grumpy as shit and I hate people. So, yeah. But there's, I got a couple of chores and I end up having to do. And one of them is getting my one son up 2 times a week in the mornings, and then getting him to the bus so he gets in there. And my other son had had an appointment yesterday with his doctor. He has type 1 diabetes, so he has to take care of that, and he goes and sees an endocrinologist. And he did rather well, and apparently the endocrinologist wants to put him on a pump now, which is kind of a good thing. Maybe it'll help him regulate stuff, but he's just, man, he's so hardcore with this. It's like, I try and tell him, I was like, your mom takes it and your sister take it, and they can do it in like a matter of seconds and be done with it, like their blood sugar testing. He takes like 5 minutes. I'm like, dude, what the hell's wrong with you? Do it, get it done.
What's he pissing around because he doesn't like to prick?
No, it's not that at all. It's just he just wants to fuck around.
So he likes to prick.
He better not like the prick. Yeah, he's a name carrier. He can't do that. But yeah, no, I think the majority of his issue is he's just goofing off, and he doesn't pay close enough attention to the stuff he does, and he really needs to.
Does your mom?
This my mom.
Your mom. Does your wife still have diabetes?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, she's still type 1 diabetic, so she doesn't have to take insulin though, which is really cool.
What does she have to do? Take pills? Or
she takes this one diabetic drug that type 1s take called Lantus at night. Most diabetics take it at night, and it's a day long insulin. It covers you pretty much for the day, and it keeps your levels low. And then you take regular insulin if you eat stuff, because that, throughout the day it can vary. You're going to eat a little bit more here, a little bit less here. You need to take more or less insulin. So that's when you take something like Novolog. But yeah, the Lantus at night, my wife takes that, and she's that's the only thing she has to take. She's actually really, really good at keeping up with her stuff. And but it makes me. It upsets me because my kids, they should have never gotten this. You know what I mean? It really sucks that they did. And my son's not taking it as literal as he should. He needs to sort of, because what will happen is we prepare plates for them, from dinner or whatever, and put it in front of them, and he'll start pecking away at the stuff. And before he even takes his blood sugar. And he needs to take his blood sugar because as soon as you start eating that stuff, it's working on your system. It's actually adding carbs to your system, and it's pretty quick. The process is very fast. He doesn't get that. I keep telling him, if you eat that stuff 5 minutes from now, your body will be preparing to tear it apart, and when it does, it's going to raise your sugars, and he just doesn't get it. And I keep telling him, you got to get a hold of this thing, because if you don't, you're going to be in trouble.
Have you showed him the end result?
We've spoken about the end result, but we've never showed him that. But here's the thing, and this is the really weird part about this. My sister-in-law is married to a husband who has diabetes and actually lost his leg because of the fact he didn't take so much good care of his diabetes, and it got to him, and he ended up losing his leg. Now, my son has seen this guy, seen his leg, seen everything, and it still doesn't faze him the way that it should. He's not. He's always like, well, personally, he's always like me when I was younger. He's like, that's never going to happen to me. Never going to happen to me. I'm fine. That shit's never going to happen to me. And I keep trying to tell him, no, that's not the way you need to think. You need to think.
It's now.
Right. Exactly. Because my daughter just screwed up not that long ago, and ended up going out and didn't take enough insulin with her, and she went into ketoacidosis, which is like when your blood turns to acid, and she started getting messed up, and she barely got home, and she had to go be admitted to the hospital. And since then, she has experienced diabetic neuropathy, which is the inability to feel her hands and feet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like it's as if your body just decides to cut off all those nerve endings. Basically, it comes down to the fact that, yay, man, you decided you were going to take insulin, your blood turned to acid, and now it ate up most of those parts. So that's the reason why you can't feel it down there. It's not the only reason. It's a contribution, but...
Did that wake her up a little bit?
Yeah. She's really, really more diligent with her stuff now. Now, she got most of her feeling back in her hands, which is good, because you really kind of need that. But her feet are still kind of floppy. So,
well, she's young, so
yeah, she might be able to still get it back. And the thing is, they put her on medication to actually try and bring it back. And some of the medication they put people on for things nowadays just makes me concerned. Lyrica, they're like, oh yeah, Lyrica, take Lyrica, this will help you do this, and it'll clear this up. Or Humira, take Humira, this will help you, and this will help you. And then they're like, one of the main side effects is death. And I'm like, fuck, really? That's fucked up. They wanted me to go on Humira because I have this condition, hydrodentitis suppurativa, which is this thing where you grow giant cysts under your arms. And they wanted me to take Humira because it's a biologic, is what they call it. It's a biologic, it makes it sound like, ooh. Oh. Basically what it means is it helps your fucking body do what it's supposed to have been doing in the first place. That's basically what a biologic is. Oh, it's just supposed to help your body do the right thing instead of the wrong thing. That's why you can use Humira for like a bunch of different things. And one of the main symptoms, or one of the main side effects, is death. And I was just like, well, that's just a little fucked up. I'm like, you know what? I had those things under my arms. I think I'll just go ahead and deal with those.
Should you feel the need to blow somebody's head off, consult your physician immediately.
That's right. Or visit Fuker and Lever right now. So So it's diabetes is not really something to fun around with. Mostly because it's a very serious thing, and people need to take it seriously. So if you have somebody, or you know somebody that's due some financial compensation. No.
Well, that's some of the problem with doctors. I really respect doctors and take my hat off to them, and I really appreciate them. And I understand they need to make a living, and I have nothing against them getting rich and making a very good living or being as filthy rich as they want.
Right.
But some of their pay is based on what they prescribe as medicines, and I don't know if that's such a good idea.
Yeah.
Or you're going to be Humira happy.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what bothers me, is the fact that some drugs seem to get pressed a little more than others.
Studies suggested Humira can actually help cure tonsillitis. So instead of penicillin, I'm going to see if this Humira is going to work first.
Right. Yeah. And then find out that, one of the main side effects is death.
Oops, sorry about your penicillin. Tonsillitis.
Also this week I learned that strangers don't like to hear shit like, I got that for you now. Come here and give me a little kissy. They get a little funky about that kind of shit.
I don't know why.
I know, right? It's like, come on, man. Just be open and honest with yourself. You want a kiss. Come on.
Pucker up, baby.
Especially when you make noises like that. That just really gets them every fucking time. Like, hells yes.
I'm glad you finally learned.
I did come up with a list I want to go through real quick. It's not completed yet. Just some questions I have that I've found that are odd, and if I had a chance, I would ask God.
Okay. I'll do my best to answer you.
They're odd, so I would ask God. Why aren't there lowercase and uppercase numbers? What happens if I want to read loud numbers? What happens if I want to send loud numbers? Yeah. Do those penis pills really work? Nobody's willing to find out. I don't know. They keep fucking pressing that advertising, but I'm not going to find out. Make your penis 5 inches longer. Yeah. Have it run over by a Mack truck, maybe. Did Jesus ever have acne problems? Let's think about it. I mean,
almost sure he did.
You're the son of God. Well, like, wouldn't you not have acne problems? I mean, to be honest, if you think about this, did they even have acne problems way back then? Did anybody have zits? You know, think about it. Because you don't see pictures of people on caves and walls, them going, yes, look, and here's the face. And you can tell by the red dots that they either had freckles or zits. Yeah. Who killed the Dead Sea? And what was it called before it was dead? Nothing? You got nothing? You got nothing for me, my man?
I'm searching.
Okay.
I'm searching.
Aren't eyebrows considered facial hair?
Yes.
Then why don't they include them in things like, hey, I can shave off all my facial hair? If you go to a barber shop and you say, shave off my facial hair, they don't shave off your eyebrows. It's pretty funny that. Which armrest should I take up when I'm in a movie theater? That's the problem. That's a real big problem, especially if you're crammed in with a bunch of other people and you've got 2 armrests and you don't know which one you're supposed to take. You just sort of look down the line of people and go, everybody take the right armrest.
And switch. Dude, that's another reason why I hate going to movies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because of that. And you can't really take your own breaks.
Right.
You know? I got kicked out for fucking bringing food in. The manager came down and said, sir, we have to ask you to leave. I said, why, man? This is my freaking food. That's it. I haven't had a barbecue like this in a long time. Anywho. Hey, do vegetarians eat animal crackers?
No.
I don't think they do. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. How can I handcuff a one-armed man?
To his jeans.
You think it wouldn't be difficult?
All units. Be on the lookout for a naked man handcuffed to a pair of jeans.
Here he goes. Asking God, if you sneeze, what should I say? You bless you? Do Jewish vampires still avoid crosses? Think about it.
Yes.
They would have to. And Yankee Doodle Dandy, is he calling the feather or the hat macaroni? Stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni. Which one is it?
I think it's the combo. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I thought it was the combo.
Oh, the combination of it.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. It makes sense.
Hat, feather equals macaroni.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I never thought about that. That's actually, yeah. Why is lunch meat round but bread's square? God, please tell me why. What is Satan's last name? Just in case, like loan officers need to get him for all those fucking student loans he got. Why don't ghosts fall through floors? Speaking of picking up on something we talked about earlier. Ghosts, if they're really real, why don't they fall through floors? Seriously, because if they can just roam through walls and doors and all that shit, shouldn't they just roam through floors too? Think about it, man. Think about it. That's another reason. Yeah, exactly. Elevators must be hell for ghosts. Nope, I'll wait for the next floor. There we go. Why is vanilla ice cream white if the syrup is brown?
What?
It's true. Why is vanilla ice cream white if the syrup is brown? Think about it. Vanilla syrup is dark brown. If you go with vanilla flavoring.
Oh, are you talking about vanilla extract?
Yeah, but vanilla syrup. Yeah, same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Why is it white? Why is the ice cream white? I mean, literally, like there are some extremely white vanilla ice creams. There's French vanilla, which is that one that has, the yellowish color to it and a little bit of a different flavor. And then there's also vanilla bean, which is white and has little black specks in it. That's their way of saying, hey, man, you know what we can do at the end of this run when all the cockroaches come in and start eating up the shit? That's right. We can grind them up and put them in the fucking ice cream. And people are never going to believe that. They're going to think, oh, my God, it's vanilla beans. This just must be the extracted flavor.
With vanilla prices right now, we just made a mint.
That's right. We're making some fucking money. Anyway, that's all the questions I have for God at the moment.
That's it? That's all you're going to ask God?
That's all I have for the moment.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
I did have the one that I was going to ask him, the good old Stephen Wright's one is like, what's another word for thesaurus? Stephen Wright is a classic. Yes, sir, a classic.
Woo.
All right, so... Oh, look at that. It's about that time. What else do we have, man? What else do you have?
I have two things. I don't know if we'll have enough time to get to them.
Okay. What are they?
10 most important things in life.
Okay,
And the 15 things successful people do.
Okay, well, that successful people thing sounds good. Let's go with that.
You want to do that?
Yeah,
okay,
why not?
Let's do it. Okay, I'm going to pull it up right here. And I'm getting this from careeraddict.com.
Careeraddict.com. Okay.
Number 1, setting goals.
Okay.
That makes a little bit of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, sure.
Daily to-do lists.
Yes.
Reflection at the end of the day.
Okay.
Number 2, practice active listening. Active listening is an essential skill for wealthy people. Talking less and listening more allows them to understand what other people need and how to capitalize on that.
Okay.
Number 3.
Nope.
I kind of disagree with this, but you know what? It's their list. Eating healthy.
Okay. I can see that. You know how you kind of get drained at certain points of the day where you don't have like a lot of energy? It's mostly because we eat like shit food. If we had a more balanced diet and more nutritious, I mean, they wouldn't put these things out there, you know, if they didn't know, if there wasn't some kind of valid evidence showing that, you know, human beings need it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I get it, but yeah, go ahead. Anyway.
Number 4, exercise regularly.
Okay.
I like exercising.
Yeah, it harkens back to that same thing with the food.
But it's really hard to find people who like the kind of exercise which I do, which is competitive sports like basketball. Exercise.
We like to exercise.
Here's one I really agree with.
I'm going to exercise that demon. Here you go, man. All right. Anyway.
Don't watch TV.
Okay.
I can agree with that.
I can too, to an extent. I've been on both sides of the coin, and I agree. You get a lot more accomplished.
Reading every day.
Reading.
I think you almost need to do that.
Yeah.
Whether it be a newspaper. Oh, I just showed my age. Whether it be a news site.
Yeah, there you go.
Or a book. Oh, I just showed my age. Or a Kindle.
Or a tablet. Or that papetic membrane thing that they upload into your brain now, which can just automatically have you read and memorize whatever the hell it is you need to.
Yeah, let's get it on.
Okay.
I got to get high.
It's going to happen.
Constant self-improvement.
Oh, yeah.
Positive thinking.
Oh, power of positive thinking.
Saving money.
Well, I guess if you're going to be successful, yeah.
Dude, I don't like money right now.
Yeah, neither do I. I haven't liked it in a very long time. But unfortunately, and I've learned this as recently as not that long ago, we have to have money.
It's necessary.
Yes.
Spending time with positive people.
Okay.
Can you tell I'm yawning?
Yes.
The oxygen in my brain is really at a low point right now. I'm just sucking in everything as fast as I can possibly get it.
That's cool.
Number 12, the most common things successful people do, and I agree with this one: volunteering and being charitable.
Yeah. Yes.
I
helpful.
agree with that.
Yeah, helpful. Definitely.
Number 13, getting enough sleep. You know, when we were talking about the junk food thing,
yeah,
that was actually going through my mind. I think it's more of a sleep issue as opposed to what you eat. Now, granted, yes, you are right. You eat a brownie. You eat like 3 big brownies, and you're going to be sugar high for half an hour.
Yeah.
And 45 minutes later, you're going to be walking around
like a zombie.
I need a coffee.
Yeah, crashing.
Yes, you are right about that.
Yeah.
You are right about that.
Yeah.
Number 14, waking up early.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. But here's the thing, man. I just read something recently that says, as a matter of fact, in my kinesiology class, we've been talking about the ways to be, through wellness, how to, treat yourself. It's like spiritual and financial and physical wellness and emotional wellness or well-being. And yeah, one of those things was Yeah, being able to do what was it that you said again? Because I'm starting to lose it. Sorry, my brain's just gone, man.
Waking up early.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, waking up early, and the professor was saying that. Yeah, there's good evidence that shows that you may have your own certain times of day when you perform your best.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah, and a lot of people, believe it or not, there's a lot of people. I would say probably about 1/3 of the population. Functions better at night, like at nighttime. The professor said, no, don't go and say 2 to 5 a.m. But, there's times when people do, function better at night, like 11, 12 o'clock, and they're ready to rock and roll.
Yes, I agree with that.
And the problem is none of the rest of the world is ready to do that.
Right.
They're like, we're still on that basic 9 to 5 system. And that really fucks a lot of people up, because here's the thing. Being on that 9 to 5 system means that only lower paying and shitty jobs are available for people who do have a tendency to be better at night. Why can't they make it so that a business can have you come in whenever it is required, as long as it's not something that is a vital function, like a manufacturing line, or like where you have to be there at a specific time. If you're a desk jockey and you're running around with your blueprints or your designs that you've done or whatever, why the fuck should it matter if you're there at 9 o'clock in the morning? Why shouldn't it matter? You could come in at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, as long as you work until 11 or 12 o'clock at night.
I guess some of that, man, is the only way, because there's 1,001 different personality types in this world.
Yeah.
The only way to really get anything done is to set some kind of standard. Unfortunately, the standard was set against you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I used to be one of you guys.
Yeah.
I'd hit my stride 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Right. Midnight oil kind of burner. Yeah.
And then be ready for bed around 1, 2,
yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Many nights I stayed up till 3.
I can do a 5 o'clock with ease.
I don't know if I could anymore, but I can do at least a 1.
Yeah.
I can do at least a 1. But I changed. And I'm not sure why I changed, but I know how I changed, and I am glad I did change. Now I'm a morning person.
Yeah.
I enjoy getting up in the morning, provided I have the right amount of sleep. If I have less than 5, it's hell.
Forget about it.
But if I get 6 hours of sleep or better, I'm good to go. I can get up and go and function.
Yeah.
I enjoy mornings. I didn't used to.
Yeah.
I enjoy mornings. My peak is in mornings, afternoons. And now, come 7, 8 o'clock at night, I still have chores to do. I am super low on energy.
Right, yeah.
And it's not that I want to go to bed.
Right.
Because you sit me down in front of a TV or a computer, I can stay up till midnight.
Exactly.
So, I still have to force myself to go to bed, though.
It's the things you find yourself to be able to do. My wife hates me for this. She hates the fact that, I will stay awake till 3 o'clock in the morning doing something specific. Like, I could sit down here and program or write, in books or whatever all night long. Easily. But that won't go over well with her, because then it's, you're wasting time. Now you're going to sleep all day. Now you're not going to be able to do anything with us. Now you're not going to be able to, she hates it. And I don't know that she understands 100% that my best functioning moments are that time of night, when I can literally, my brain opens up. It's like a floodgate of kinetic energy rolling around in my head. Just, pow,
All the synapses are firing.
Yeah, everything's firing at that point in time, and it's like, wow, I can get a lot of this really good shit done. But I don't hold it against her, and not at all. I think that she understands, but she just doesn't.
Is she a morning person?
Not really. She is, but she isn't. But she's been, now that she works mornings, she has to get up. She enjoys it more now that she's her own boss than when it was other people.
What was she like before the kids came along?
Oh, like me, like you and me. She could have slept all afternoon and all the way into the fucking nighttime, and then we would hang out at night and do shit. So she would do that. Now, when we had the kids, that of course, changed. I think her first pregnancy was the one that sort of changed it all. And then she made modifications to herself and was able to start getting up. She knew that she had to get up. And that's the thing. It's really, really wild is My mom used to be a morning person. She could get up in the morning and go do stuff. Didn't mean she wouldn't want to drink coffee in order to wake up. But yeah, she was fine. You know, she could function rather well, you know, during the mornings. My wife's father is exactly the same way, and her mother, exactly the same way. They grew up as the late end of the Greatest Generation, so they're kind of World War II, end of World War II Korea. So they have the ability to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and function right out the door. They can just turn right on and go. Not to say they wouldn't be somewhat tired or sleepy or whatever, but they made adjustments and they figured out how to do it. Now, believe it or not, and I think that this might say a lot, and I think I've pinpointed one of the main things that a lot of people that are late night, you know, people, the reason why they are that way, because they're not coffee drinkers. Coffee is a free, or at least very cheap substance that people put in their gullets, and it does wake them up. 2 cups of coffee is equal to 200 milligrams of caffeine. That's a lot of caffeine. They don't even get that in 2 sodas, you know. You could drink that, I think, in like 1.5 Monsters, but that's about, you know. And that's what would get them to rise and shine for the most part. They knew they had something there that was going to be their crutch for the first, you know, half hour or whatever. And whammo, they're able to function. But I don't drink coffee, and I can't fucking function in the morning to save my life. But the older that I get, I will admit this, the older that I get, the more I realize I do need my sleep, like you were mentioning.
You may have to. Well, I think you'd have to, if you really want to. I don't know why you would so late in life. You'd have to change your whole schedule around, your whole biorhythm.
Yeah.
Like, so to the point where you would start getting tired. Start wanting your bed at 10 or 11.
Right.
I suggest start smoking weed at 6 in the morning.
All right, Dr. Dan.
It works for me.
I'm in your court. I'm in your court. Hey, as a matter of fact, it was either yesterday or today, there were some folks up at the Capitol who were going for the recreational marijuana. They were trying to get legislators to back that as a thing. Dude, if our ass backward state can get at least medical marijuana, I'm sure we can get to the recreational marijuana. And I hate to say it, but if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be Tom Wolf. He's going to be like, dude, I honestly don't like the guy. I don't. He's fucking made our lives a living hell when it comes to like paying taxes on gas. Just the loss of money that we have through just that is amazing. It's really, really high. So, you know, I'm not the biggest fan of the guy. And I don't care that he comes from York, which isn't far from us. I don't care anything about that.
If he's such a Pennsylvania boy, why is his company based in Delaware?
Because all corporations based in Delaware. There's no taxes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So your company's not going to pay any taxes for your salary. Your salary is going to come out of other... Oh, never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't like him either, but that's okay.
But that's the thing. But if there's any one governor that I think would potentially go along with the recreational dope, I think it would definitely be him. And
maybe, and it's not because I really want to give the people a good time.
Yeah.
It's like $30 an eighth of an ounce. Give that to the state, brother.
Exactly.
That's what they're looking at. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Right. Well, that's the thing. If you take it out of the supply and demand chain, which is what our dealers deal with, they're dealing with supply and demand. Oh, I can get this pound and it's going to cost me $400. So now I've got to divvy it up and make enough on it in order to make my money back and maybe a little piece off the edge too. That's the thing. The government takes that away from you. That's it. They can grow it now for, $6 a pound.
Yeah.
Literally $6 a pound. And they will turn around and sell that shit and they will tax the fucking hell out of it. But the really cool thing is that'll bring other taxes down. And it has been proven 100% that legalized recreational marijuana has been helping the states that have it. Colorado and Washington State have been phenomenally huge. They get a lot of tax money.
I just think that we're too conservative of a state right now.
Yeah, that's
dude.
The thing,
We're not. We can't even sell alcohol in a convenience store without even getting a wild hair up our ass or our tits in a tinsel.
Yeah.
Or a tinsel in a tangle.
Yeah, exactly.
So beer. How are we ever going to get weed, which is thought to be a much worse drug?
Oh, no, it's
when
not.
in fact it's juicy fruit.
When you're under 25, it's a little bit I saw a thing that said, your child, if smoking marijuana, could lose up to 6 in IQ points. And I'm like, well, what happens if they're at 140? They got to 134. Oh, bummer. They're still a fucking genius.
They could lose up to.
Up to 6. Yeah,
Up
they always
to.
tell you up to. Yeah, 6.
Well,
6 fucking points. And they're like, it's never coming back. I'm like, how do you know it won't fucking come back?
It may have some bearing on the developmental years.
It does. It does to an extent. But I don't believe in the science that says it will never come back. That's like saying, hey man, you've lost your tail. You will never get another tail, to a chameleon or a lizard of any kind. They're going to fucking grow a tail because that's what their biology tells them, you know? And if same thing with us, we can always do more. They say when you're born, you are born with the most brain cells you will ever have all of your life. That's a true fact, a biological true fact. You, as a baby, when you're first born, have the most brain cells in your brain than you will ever have the rest of your entire life.
Why? The brain's so small.
Right, but that's the thing. The brain is more packed. Did you? Oh, yeah, I just saw this last night, as a matter of fact, too, which is another great one. Do you know what the fattiest organ in the body is?
The tits.
No. Organ.
The mammaries.
No. Not medical terms, just organs. Stuff that's inside your body. Not the skin. The skin's considered the biggest organ, but no, it's not that. What do you think has the most fat?
Liver?
That's what I thought too.
Yeah?
Exactly what I thought. Nope, it's the brain.
The brain?
The brain.
Has the most fat.
After 18 years of age, you have 60% fat in your brain.
No way.
I am not kidding you. And I'm like, dude, that's weird. That is so weird to me that fat would be stored in your brain for any reason, because you can't burn that off. It's just stuck in there to sort of, hold it all together. Anyway, that's the thing.
Bacon, I want to be near it.
Food, bacon. No, but that's the thing. The human body starts as a child. You have barely any fat in your brain. So as your fat head starts moving on, you start getting fat in the brain. That's what takes up all that excess space. The thing is, though, is that you burn out those brain cells. They leave. They don't come back. And that's what they're talking about. They're saying, if you smoke weed before, in your developmental years, you'll lose IQ points. Your brain will, not function as well as it should. And I'm like, no, that's fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I agree. But
now, don't get me wrong. A lot of weed smokers that I know that are young are stupid. So it's kind of like, well, maybe. But, I've seen some guys and I'm just like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't have started too early.
Right.
But then again, I think it's a lack of wanting to go any further with themselves. You know what I mean? Like where they're just not like wanting to develop their own lives and, make themselves better. I think they're just happy with where they're at. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. What? What are you laughing about? What are you giggling about?
Fat on the brain.
Fat on the brain.
Fat on the brain.
Yes, fat brain.
Fat head. I'm sorry.
No, it's true. We're all
I'm
fat
new
heads.
here.
I'm blue here. That makes me Smurf. Okay, so that's all that I have. What are you doing in here, cat? That's
Sounds
all
like
that I
he's
have.
shuffling some papers.
Yeah, it's over there checking out the desk and going through everything. You little. Anyway.
Yeah.
Are you ready to rock and roll, sir?
Hey, I am.
All right.
I am.
Well, everybody, I had a great time tonight. It was fun. It was educational. It was it was real. It was fun, but it wasn't real fun. All right, man. So here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. We also want to thank Bill and Eugene, our producers, for helping us out tonight. And we'd also like to thank the National Weather Service and Monster Beverage for all their tasty beverages they stop by and stock up for us.
There we go.
Tune in next week, 7 p.m. Wednesday, jeffanddan.com or Spreaker.com/JeffandDan. Please contact us if you want to talk about ghosts or anything else you'd want. maybe you would like a t-shirt, or if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about tonight's show that you feel you need to be addressed, feel free to drop us a line, Jeff and Dan at jeffanddan.com. And tune in next week whenever we, Jeff and Dan give sports teams all new mascots. We're going to continue our series on the Jeff and Dan Explain the Unexplained, and we will conclude on ghosts and delve into the world of narcotics. My favorite. Anyways, folks, it's time for me to get out of here. Have a good night and a great week.
All right. You want ahead of this, man?
I sure